to the first 10 toes down right here in the Bullet and the Bayou. I like that. If you're new here, what we do here is we stand 10 toes down on Bobby business right here in my very own front yard, baby. Now, not even my biggest Bobaliebers know this about myself, but when I first started in professional wrestling, I learned from a really big family. You might know him as the Wild Samoan, Sika, actually. That's where I first stepped foot in a wrestling ring. I learned from the Samoan family, and when an opportunity came, I went up to Atlanta, Georgia, to train not only with QT Marshall. Oh no, I'm talking about Cody Rhodes at the Nightmare Factory, another wrestling royalty family. But what do you know? I find myself in a position here in Alabama to train with the very own Armstrong family at the Diamond Mine Academy. I'm so lucky to be able to train family after family after family, and I only hope I can make every single one of those families proud. Now, speaking of a family, I think my guest tonight, I mean, if you didn't know, not him. But someone who's very close to him is my guest tonight, the very own DCW Scott Armstrong.
What a way to kick off Synergy. We're 10 toes down with Bobby Business, and we're starting with Scott Armstrong joining Bobby Thunder in the ring.
The man himself, the man that Bobby Thunder came to learn under the learning tree of, Scott Armstrong in the house for 10 toes down. Or in the front yard, I should say.
Right, that's right.
Crusher did that.
You stand on Bobby business, and cleaning ain't some of your business, is it?
Hey, I'm not that kind of lady. We've been through this.
Hey guys, what's up?
Scott, I like to think my setup I got here reminds you of your days when you used to fish with Arn Anderson down in Pensacola, Florida.
Well, a lot of people may not know, Arn Anderson and I, when we were rookies, we were roommates.
They were roommates.
And we did a lot of fishing. And a bunch of other stupid stuff that I won't go into right now.
We can't talk about that here.
No.
It ain't PG.
Let's
well,
don't.
You know what? Speaking of your time, how about your time here in Bayou La Battery? This give you any memories?
Oh, does it ever? Look, the older of you might remember Marcel Pringle.
Yeah.
That man was an Armstrong nemesis back in the day. Every member of my family fought that guy. He didn't get along with any of us. Or either maybe it was us. Maybe we didn't get along with him.
Well, how are y'all doing now?
Oh, come on, man. You get old, you don't want to fight anymore. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Come on.
Right, and Marcel is actually also an assistant coach here at the Diamond Mine Academy as well. So you guys got to be on somewhat of good terms, right?
Yeah, we definitely are. We definitely are. But we had some great matches right over here at the Civic Center.
Right over there, well, right over here is the very new Bullet in the Bayou.
Bullet in the Bayou.
And while some of you might not understand, you might recognize Scott as a WWE referee. He was also a producer for WWE, and he was also a heck of a wrestler. He was a junior heavyweight champion right here in Alabama, probably in Bayou La Battery, right?
Well, I did defend it here in Bayou La Battery for sure.
And you weren't just a junior heavyweight champion, you were also a tag team champion with your brother Steve, your dad Bob, we all know Bullet Bob, right guys? The legendary Brad Armstrong.
That's true.
And you know, I don't think you've ever held the titles with your baby brother, huh?
No, not the D-O-double-G. I did not.
Now hear me out. What have we got here at DCW? We got the Road Dogg. We got the Old Dog going after the Tag Team Championships.
Hey,
one more time.
Hey, wait a minute. I might break a hip. I have to press that button. I've fallen and I can't get up. That's what I have to do.
I mean, it's just POP. I mean, they're just plumbers. I mean.
No. Look, I love being here in Bayou La Battery, coming back to home folk, which is exactly what this is. It's funny that you said I was known as a referee, and that's true. Like the over 40 club may have seen me wrestle, but Bill Ash. Wow, there's a name from the past. But the under 40 club, they know me as a referee. And then the kids on YouTube might know that I was a producer with WWE. So I feel very fortunate that I was able to span generations in ending up right here sitting in a building named after my father, which I'm really proud of.
And I gotta say, it is so fortunate and Bobbylicious to learn under you, Mr. Scott Armstrong.
Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate that. You know, we got a lot going on here. A lot going on here. I mean, as you people saw tonight, Brian Baudelaire and Ace Lee, holy mackerel, what a match.
Ace Lee 1, 2, 3, make you flee. That's what he does.
Yeah, and those dudes, they don't get along, and it's sad because, man, they would be a heck of a tag team. But hey, as long as they want to fight, I'll let them fight.
And no one knows tag teams like the Armstrongs, that's for sure, that's for sure.
Hey, well, let me ask you this. What about Crusher Cottrell and Andy V10 Hansen?
Well, I've said it at the old building, and I'll say it again. Andy's been looking Andy-licious. I mean, and he's holding 2 belts. We got Andy 2-belt Hansen. I mean, what does he got to worry about with Crusher?
Andy 2 belts. Well, let me talk to you about this. What about the women's division? For a while, it was a ghost town. But now, we got women in the building. So we have some more good women's matches.
Speaking of the Savant of Swag, looks like she wants to step into Bobby's front yard.
Thought this 10 Tones Down edition wasn't awesome enough.
Thank you.
At least she has manners. Yeah.
Hi, Bobby.
Hey.
Hello, man. How we doing?
I'm doing great. I mean, we're right here at 10 Toes Down. I mean, you didn't even get an invitation, but good luck. But good job. You got yourself on the show.
I sure did. And remember last time I was here?
Yeah, I beat you. Yep.
Okay, no, you didn't. The Savant of Swag, GGT, I was not ready. I wasn't ready that night. I wasn't. I was out of the game.
How's that so? How's that so? How were you not ready? You were booked. Was it maybe because it was the very opening of Bullet in the Bayou? The grand opening? Did that really put pressure on you? Giggity?
Who? Never mind. It was a lot of pressure. New building, nerves. I was not ready. If I was ready, however, that championship right there, that would have been mine. The Savant of Swag would have had some more swag to rock.
Wait a minute. GGT and Bobby Thunder not the only women here on Synergy tonight.
That familiar chill just hit the air, Spencer.
Well. Isn't this just pathetic? I mean, where do I even begin? Let's see. Bobby, how are you?
I'm
funny
great.
old cow, looking very Bobbylicious.
Yeah.
Gigi, or what, Savant, whatever, swag, yeah, whatever. You're not going to be around long enough for me to care to remember anyway. I will say, what a performance here a couple weeks ago. It's just, you don't really have it, you see. A little known fact for each and every single one of you. Long before there was a Gigi Turner, before there was a Bobby Thunder, heck, before there was even a Vira Lestrange.
Who's a Scott Armstrong?
I'm going to get to this old hag in a minute. Just hang on a second. Before any of us existed, the women's division was dying, and I was the only one who cared to step up, cared to make that championship you're carrying relevant. The only reason that women's championship means something is because I made it so. And I believe Mr. Scott Armstrong here would remember that very well. Remember when I taste a slap out of your mouth, I should be willing
Byra,
to do
Byra,
it again,
Byra.
honestly.
So what are you saying? Tonight, right now, you wanna?
I mean, that
another
sounds...
chance?
Look. This has turned into a real hen party, and I'm not part of it. I need you to give me that. You give me that.
I'll give you that.
It sounds like you want to fight. It sounds like you want to fight. Bobby, what about you?
I'll fight. Let's go.
All right. So let's do this. Let's get all this out of the ring. Let's put that title on the line, and let's have a triple threat right now.
All right.
Let's get a referee. I need a referee out here. Let's go.
We're going to kick off Synergy with women's triple threat action for the DCW Women's Championship.
Ask and you shall receive.
We'll be right back with championship action right after this.
Zach. He's a social media influencer. There's a lot young homeowners don't understand about the internet.
People just watch you watching videos?
Yeah, it's a reaction video.
Oh.
You must be good at reacting to videos.
Yeah.
What are you doing there?
Oh, this is me trying on hats.
So you sell hats?
No.
So you work for the thrift store?
I was just trying them on, film myself.
Why'd you do that?
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
This is just you opening a box of sneakers.
Hello, look at me. Go. Now look at these football men signing on to become Old Spice men.
What now, coach?
Training montage. Scrub!
I am horse.
You can't play in the NFL, but you can smell like it.
We are underway here on Synergy, women's triple threat action for the DCW Women's Championship. Our women's champion, Bobby Thunder, taking down both GGT and Viral Lestrange to kick things off.
Yeah, it looks like Vira is bringing a little extra appliance to the match here.
That's right, she had that toaster from Bobby Thunder's front yard, but no rules in a triple threat match, no disqualification, and almost took advantage of it early on. I'm Spencer Hunt alongside Landon Corbin, welcoming you in to the Bullet Barb Armstrong Memorial Arena here in Bayou La Battery, Alabama, as we've started with championship triple threat action. Landon, what a great way to kick things off.
No kidding. Our DCW Women's Champion Bobby Thunder standing on Bobby business, defending the Women's Championship right now. Impromptu triple threat Women's Championship action.
Well, listen, Bobby Thunder always ready for a fight, but it seemed like Viral Lestrange taking exception. I think Vira talking about sort of how she feels like she was really the foundation of the women's division here in DCW and is feeling a little bit of disrespect because we know how much the DCW fans love Bobby Thunder, and Vira, I think, feeling a little bit like an afterthought here, Landon.
Well, understandable, right? Viral Lestrange, a former women's champion in her own right, and you saw that experience coming into play.
Ooh.
And she knows this is just exactly how dangerous a triple threat match would be. Trying to go for that pin attempt there on GGT, that would have made Vira our new women's champion.
GGT did get a chance to face Bobby Thunder. Cover here. Kick out at 2. Just 2 weeks ago at the Pay the Piper 3, our grand opening here at the Bullet on the Bayou. She came up short on that occasion, but a really strong showing in her DCW debut. So tonight, another shot at it, and she doesn't even have to pin Bobby Thunder to become champion.
Yeah, I mean, GGT taking that, look at that, got that neck breaker on there. Wait a minute, hooks the leg here. Could she have it here?
And Bobby Thunder very, very aware that her championship is on the line. And the redneck leg sweep onto GGT, but Viral Lestrange in there to break up the cover.
You mentioned the good performance from GGT just a couple of weeks ago. She feels like she's just every bit as cool as Bobby Thunder is.
That's a giggity, according to Bobby Thunder, of course.
What an eccentric champion we have.
Viral Lestrange does have control over the women's champion right now. Snapmare into a boot there. Viral Lestrange has the cover on Bobby Thunder, but a kick out at 2. We haven't seen Viral Lestrange outside of the Cult of Azazel in a while here on Synergy. But listen, when she's not under the control of Azazel, she has a lot to say and a lot to prove in that ring.
Well, I don't know that I think she isn't necessarily a little bit, at least, under the control of Azazel at any particular moment. I mean, you see she still has that mysterious sort of look on her face and this sort of just menacing presence when she comes out here.
GGT was able to put her into the ring post, but Bobby Thunder gets the cover, but a kick out at 2 from GGT. Trying to go for a backslide, perhaps, our women's champion, who's having one heck of a year, but a neck breaker from GGT. High impact cover and a kick out at 2. Listen, all the Baba believers would have been disappointed there had Bobby Thunder lost the women's championship, but GGT certainly gaining confidence here the longer she's in the ring with Bobby Thunder.
Are you a Baba Lieber, Spencer?
Yeah, absolutely. How could you not be?
170 pounds of cornmeal steel and sex appeal, and Bobby Thunder, look at this. Both women with the same thing on their mind, double clothesline, both women down, and oh my gosh.
What is happening? Lights out. We know when we're having electrical issues in the Bullet, it has something to do with that damn cult.
Yeah, we mentioned it earlier. The influence of Azazel still being felt wherever Vira Lestrange is. You saw her almost teleport into the ring.
Well, and we know that Vira Lestrange was on the outside looking in this matchup, and maybe some help from Azazel got her right back into this thing. Cover on GGT to become the new women's champion. Kick out at 2. But going to try her hand at Bobby Thunder as well in a kick out. Back and forth Vira goes, trying to get a pinfall to no avail.
If at first you don't succeed, could Vira Lestrange be closing in on another championship win?
She thinks she is the foundation of the women's division, and she wants to be back at the top of the mountain. Pulling up Bobby Thunder. But now GGT and Thunder not taking kindly to Lestrange's attack. DDT by GGT and a clothesline there as our champion starting to fire up.
Bobby Thunder is a pillar of Diamond Championship Wrestling. And she's coming crashing into the no.
Wait.
Eyes in the back of her skull. Bobby Thunder had that one scouted from GGT.
Swinging her around, the power game from Bobby Thunder. Innovative cover and a kick out from GGT. But it looked like Vira Lestrange was exactly where Bobby Thunder wanted her, but GGT gets in the way. Big forearm there from the Savannah Swag as she trades blows with Bobby Thunder in the center of the ring.
Look at this. Going for the SOB.
Oh! Face first, but Vira Lestrange, a splash and a cover. But Bobby Thunder able to get the shoulder up. Splash there onto GGT and a big kick right under the chin. And the Thunder rolls.
Straight from the double wide to the worldwide and to the Bullet. It's a win for Bobby Thunder.
Here is your winner, and still DCW Women's Champion, Bobby Thunder!
Bobby Thunder standing on Bobby business tonight. Takes on both challengers and retains the DCW Women's Championship.
And she got her toaster back. What a way to kick off Synergy tonight, Spencer.
We have an incredible main event coming later tonight, and we'll be back with more Synergy right after this.
Colonel knew folks hated Mondays, so he made sure Tuesdays were finger-licking good with 8 pieces of juicy, crispy chicken or tenders for just $10. It's TGI Tuesday. $10, 8 pieces, one big deal. KFC $10 Tuesdays.
Saying yes can be hard with severe asthma, but you can say
yes
to fewer asthma attacks. Tezspire is an add-on maintenance treatment for people aged 12 and older with severe asthma or inadequately controlled chronic rhinosinusitis with nasal polyps. It's not for sudden breathing problems. Tezspire is proven to help prevent asthma attacks and relieve symptoms.
Are you sure?
Yes. For those with nasal polyps, it's proven to help shrink polyps and reduce nasal congestion.
Yes, chef.
Serious allergic reactions like anaphylaxis may occur. Call your doctor or get emergency care if you have rash, hives, breathing problems, red, swollen, or itchy eyes, swelling of face, mouth, or tongue, fainting, dizziness, or lightheadedness. Talk to your doctor if you have a parasitic infection, if your asthma worsens, or before stopping other medicines. Avoid live vaccines. Sore throat, flu, and cold symptoms, upper respiratory infections, nosebleeds, injection site reactions, joint or back pain may occur. Say yes. Ask your doctor about Tezspire.
We've refreshed Oscar Mayer Deli Fresh with more flavor and a new look. Introducing the Deli Fresh Guarantee. Taste it, love it, or it's on us.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Fighting out of Memphis, Tennessee, by way of Martin, Illinois, he is the Diamond of I-55, Tyler LeMasters.
Welcome back into Synergy. Already a fast start. Already a fast start here on Synergy with a championship already successfully retained. And now Tyler LeMasters looking to make a name for himself here on Synergy tonight, Landon.
No doubt it's going to be a tall task, but can he climb the mountain? Mountain of slop, that is.
Here we go.
Being accompanied to the ring by his sister's boy, Noah. From Grand Bay, Alabama, it's Uncle Earl.
Is you sloppy, Landon? Uncle Earl with his sister's boy, Big Noah. Hey, Landon, how do you think Big Noah makes his money?
Oh, I know exactly how Big Noah makes his money. He goes cow tipping with Uncle Earl and just follows behind him and picks up all the money.
That's why they make such a good pair. Uncle Earl here at the Bullet on the Bayou. And if you're Tyler LeMasters, maybe you're wishing you drew a different opponent tonight.
No doubt. You know, Earl typically, sort of the fun-loving guy, enjoys tending to the pigs on the farm. But, I mean, wrestling is what pays for slop. Therefore, Tyler LeMasters is in for it.
That's what's so exciting about Uncle Earl. He's always a blast. The fans here in DCW love Uncle Earl. But once that bell rings, he is a stiff competitor. He is a serious threat in that ring.
No doubt.
And Tyler LeMasters has his hands full. Alright, we're square dancing now.
Oh, that's right.
Landon, should we?
Okay, we got to do it.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
It's always a party when Uncle Earl's in town. You think there's room on that tractor back home?
You need a ride? Listen, Tyler LeMasters not really interested in getting in the ring, but our official Daniel Fairley getting him in the ring as we're set to start this matchup. Uncle Earl, Tyler LeMasters here on Synergy, and we are officially underway.
You hear that? Tyler LeMasters tells the referee he was born ready. You got to appreciate the grit and the fight.
We will see about that. Uncle Earl immediately tossing Tyler LeMasters across the ring. Maybe not as ready as he thought he was.
Now take a breath, reset here, center of the ring, and look at this.
Side headlock on Uncle Earl, trying to bring him down to size here.
He's got that leverage on there, but look at these potatoes right to the midsection.
Whips LeMasters across, runs into a brick wall.
Runs into a barn.
He's going to try again.
Oh, God. Thanks for coming.
And nowhere to go for Tyler LeMasters as Uncle Earl's sister's boy, Big No, out there as well. And a leg drop from Uncle Earl. That's painful. Here comes a splash. Oh, a hip attack there. Oh, boy. Well, Tyler, you're about to see what Uncle Earl had for breakfast. Oh, boy. And what did he have for breakfast, Landon? Big Bad Breakfast. Home of the Mobile exclusive sandwich, Soul and a Roll. One visit, and you'll never look at breakfast the same. Proud sponsor of Diamond Championship Wrestling.
I know Tyler won't look at breakfast the same.
Whoa.
Oh, my God.
Wait, what just happened? Uncle Earl going back for maybe another hip attack, and he went down like a ton of bricks.
Yeah, he tweaked his ankle right there.
Our official doing the right thing, making sure LeMasters.
Clearly Uncle Earl in a ton of pain here.
Oh, I think this thing is over. This thing, listen, the party had started. This thing was all Uncle Earl, but you saw it from our official there. This looks really serious, Landon.
Yes,
and
Scott Armstrong coming out to take a look at Uncle Earl, see what's going on.
You hate to see that. I mean, these athletes work so hard in that ring, and Uncle Earl was out here giving a show.
Yeah, I mean, you can hear a pin drop here in the bullet.
Just a freak accident. I'm not sure he's going to be able to put any weight on it.
Uncle Earl, he just told Big Noah, take that head off and get in the ring.
Is Big Noah going to step up for Uncle Earl?
He just stepped up on the apron.
But LeMasters trying to get ahead of things as Uncle Earl getting help to the back. I guess let's consider it a tag. This thing is still underway. Tyler LeMasters now facing Big Noah. And not any smaller of a tree to chop down.
Certainly not. I mean, the stature of Big Noah.
Now listen, Big Noah, he is a former Division I athlete. My God.
Just explodes into the corner into LeMasters.
And
oh my God.
Nearly knocking LeMasters' head off. And Big Noah picks up the win for Uncle Earl.
Here is your winner, Big Noah!
Uncle Earl down and out with an injury, but Big Noah steps up and does it for the family.
And he's going to be line dancing all the way back to the barn.
We've got more action coming up on Synergy right after this.
What's going on? I don't want to go back to school. Oh, honey, you want to know something Grandma told me? Well, when I was nervous, she would make my hands nice and warm, make my hair just right. And if you ever need a kiss, take this one from me. She's gonna give you one kiss? Yeah, just one. On the bus. Bye. Bye, bye.
Well, I could feel the pull, everyone all around. When we're together,
following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Birmingham, Alabama, he is the Alabama hippie, Judas Hayes.
All right, we want to welcome you back into Synergy as we have a brand new superstar here at the Bullet on the Bayou, the Alabama hippie, Judas Hayes, tonight here in the Bullet.
The air seems a little bit thicker. Judas Hayes making his way from Birmingham by way of Woodstock, the Alabama hippie. Things are about to get wild in there, Spencer.
Yeah, I know you mentioned a haze in the air. What were you referring to?
Well, I mean, I think you and I both know things get a little fun backstage whenever Judas Hayes is in the building.
Well, if he's coming from Woodstock.
From Pensacola, Florida, the firstborn, Wilson Reed.
Not exactly a welcoming committee is Wilson Reed tonight. I think he's seeing Judas Hayes as an opportunity to cement his place in Diamond Championship Wrestling as someone that is not to be messed with. The firstborn Wilson Reed here tonight, a second-generation talent, and looking to teach Judas Hayes a little something in his DCW debut.
Wilson Reed, an intimidating force here in Diamond Championship Wrestling, looking to lean in to that experience that's in his blood, draw on those instincts to find a victory here tonight against the Alabama hippie, Judas Hayes.
Things are underway here. Wilson Reed does have the size advantage here in this matchup, but Landon, two very, very different styles.
Oh, no kidding at all. I mean, you're going to see that versatility come into play from Wilson Reed as we've seen before, but Judas Hayes, the guy is wild. This guy can hit you from absolutely out of nowhere, and Wilson Reed has not seen a whole lot of Judas Hayes. So if he leans into that unpredictability factor, as he tends to do, we could see a surprise win from Hayes here tonight on Synergy.
Well, and here's the thing that we know about Judas Hayes. He is a very good mat wrestler, which is not Wilson Reed's strength, right? So it's a very interesting matchup between these two. Wilson Reed going to look to keep the power game, keep the pace slow, while Judas Hayes tries to keep Wilson Reed and all that height on the mat.
Yeah, very smart here from Reed. Turns that around. He's got this side headlock wrenched in really hard. And he's bending those knees, trying to get it in just a little bit deeper. Hayes senses trouble, breaks free, and oh my gosh.
Like a Mack truck.
Yeah, crucial mistake from Hayes, sending Reed only to collect some more velocity. But look at this. This time turns it around with that hip toss.
Learning quickly is Hayes early on in this matchup. Again, able to whip Wilson Reed there down to the mat below, which is exactly the game plan for Hayes in this thing.
Yeah, if Hayes can keep Reed grounded and do some work on those limbs, maybe force a submission is the game plan, but wait a minute.
Notice Wilson Reed used that hair to back Hayes into the corner and immediately back to the power game with the right hand. But Hayes turns things around. Doesn't want to get into sort of a boxing match here with Wilson Reed.
I sure wouldn't want to.
Ooh, but able to quickly get out of the way there. And Hayes trying again, working on that left arm, that left shoulder.
Trying to get him back down to the mat. Reed standing firm.
But Hayes clearly came in with a very specific game plan. Can he execute, or will he have to adapt as Wilson Reed tries to fight his way out of this sort of shoulder lock here early on from Judas Hayes?
Yeah, again, Reed
he uses that hair again, Landon.
Go right back to the well. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Not exactly legal, but does get the job done. Big suplex. Sends Hayes across the ring.
And now Wilson Reed just toying with Hayes, mouthing off to the crowd.
I'm not sure that Wilson Reed is very happy that the DCW faithful have no interest in him winning. I think they're behind the Alabama Hippie as Wilson Reed gets a 2 count there on Hayes.
Wilson Reed checking with the official, maybe showing some early signs of frustration in this one. I mean, Wilson Reed comes to the table with a lot of confidence. And look, you know, you need every bit of confidence that you can get to win in this sport. Highly competitive, especially here in Diamond Championship Wrestling. But when that confidence turns to arrogance, that's when you start making mistakes.
And just as you say that, another hip toss there from Judas Hayes. Wilson Reed reeling a little bit here as he took his eyes off of Hayes for just a moment.
Gets that drop kick in, does Hayes.
Hayes trying to battle his way back into this matchup.
Wants to keep this momentum fast. He's trying to get here. Referee calling for a break here. And look at this. Reed taking every advantage he can. And just plants Hayes face first.
The last breath from Wilson Reed gets him the win on Synergy tonight.
Here is your winner, the firstborn, Wilson Reed.
Judas Hayes came ready for Wilson Reed tonight, but the power was too much. And the firstborn gets his win tonight on Synergy. We'll be back with more action after this.
The Bank of America customized cash rewards Visa card for life's rewarding moments. Earn 6% cash back in the category of your choice, like online shopping, for the first year from account opening.
What's better than a great snack? A century's worth of them. Sounds nuts, but it's not. It's nuts.com. Our family's been snacking for 100 years. Scouring the globe for the juiciest fruit and greatest organic goodies. Chocolatizing everything from espresso beans to Swedish gummy bears. And crafting custom gifts they'll love to the last bite. So go nuts. You've got a century of snacks to try. Get 20% off and free shipping at nuts.com today.
Stakes are getting higher on Synergy, Landon, as it is time for a tag team championship match.
And the unexpected team of Zamir Dixon and Thaddeus Takeover Collins have a golden opportunity standing before them.
It was just a week ago on Synergy. Mason Mosley was going one-on-one with Travis Mason, and Leo Valentino got himself involved in the matchup. They went to basically mug Travis Mason after the match 2-on-1, and out come this unlikely pair, Zamir Dixon and Thaddeus Takeover Collins, to make the save on Travis Mason, and all of a sudden, a tag team championship opportunity from a brand new team here in DCW, and it looks like the tag team division might be about to see a premium takeover.
Zamir Dixon coming in with that high electric energy and such a talented athlete, and of course you have the power game and the agility from Thaddeus Takeover Collins, but you cannot discount the minds and the strategy of the Pillars of Pain, our Diamond Championship Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
Listen, 1 in a million Mason Mosley, the liability Leo Valentino. They will be the first to tell you that they are the team that has been together the longest here in DCW. They feel like these tag team championships are a right that they have earned with their time spent here in DCW, and they have no interest in letting these tag team championships go, especially to a brand new team like Dixon and Collins.
Well, Pillars of Pain are the ones that dethroned Thaddeus Takeover Collins and Andy V10 Hansen.
As the Pillars of Pain get set to defend their championships, let's send it up to the must-see MC, David Storm, for our championship introduction.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the DCW Tag Team Championships. Introducing first, the challengers, the team of the Premier Zamir Dixon and Thaddeus Takeover Collins. Premier Takeover! And their opponents, the team of the Liability, Leo Valentino, 1 in a million, Mason Mosley. They are the reigning DCW Tag Team Champions, the Pillars of Pain.
That is about the reaction I expected from the DCW fans about the Pillars of Pain. But it is time to get down to business. Premier Takeover. Landon, what do you make of this new team and this new set of challengers?
Yeah, I guess we're about to find out. I mean, they certainly look the part. I mean, you talk about a perfect blending of styles just when you think you're prepared for the power and the strength of someone like Thaddeus Takeover Collins. He makes a tag, and just like that, things have turned around on their head lightning quick, as Zamir Dixon is.
I don't know that I would bet against any team with the over 300-pounder Thaddeus Takeover Collins on their side.
Former tag team champion is Collins.
Well, and that means a very, very smart choice for Zamir Dixon, having a former tag team champion as his new tag team partner here in DCW.
Absolutely, no doubt.
Mason Mosley had enough of Thaddeus early on in this thing. Leo Valentino in now, trying to get control of Thad. And, yep, backing away as quickly as possible, wanting nothing to do with the over 300-pounder. My goodness.
Well, this is exactly the strategy that I thought we were going to see out of the Pillars of Pain, trying to get into their heads and then back away, but not working as in the early stages. And look at this tandem offense already from the challengers.
Listen, you can tell Collins and Dixon have been working together. We may not have seen it here on Synergy, but they've clearly been preparing for this championship opportunity and are working very, very well in the early going of this matchup. Look at the agility from Zamir Dixon.
Absolutely impressive.
And it speaks to what you were saying, Landon, about the difference in styles between Dixon and Collins and the sort of headache that can create for the Pillars of Pain.
Yeah, he's got this sort of stick-to-itness. It doesn't matter how many times you knock him down. He gets back on the bike, and he would love to find that win here and earn Tag Team Championship gold. The man is hungry.
Valentino exploding off the ropes. Listen, he used the hair of Dixon to gain the upper hand, and that's part of why the DCW audience doesn't really care for the Pillars of Pain.
But look at this, just like that, Dixon finds his way back on top. And that's what the Diamond Standard is all about, looking for that opportunity. He's not bothered by the fact that he's challenging against the tag team champions. He believes he earns his spot here, and he deserves that championship just as much as the next guy.
Well, and again, working well with his new tag team partner, Thaddeus Collins, who is just going to throw Leo Valentino like a rag doll, and he's had enough. Makes the tag to Mosley. I don't know that Collins realized, and I don't think it mattered.
But look at this. The numbers game.
Doesn't matter how big you are, Landon. 2-on-1 is still 2-on-1.
Well,
I lied. 2-on-1 doesn't matter if you're Thaddeus Takeover Collins. My goodness.
Wait a minute.
And in comes Dixon, and Thaddeus Collins is going to throw him on top of the tag team champions.
Pillars of Pain just got a taste of the premiere here on Synergy.
The Pillars of Pain are in deep, deep trouble. Not very often do you see tag team debuts lead to championship victories, but right now it's hard to argue against Premier Takeover, as well as they've worked together here in the beginning of this matchup.
The shot to the midsection from Dixon here. And Mosley picks him up. Wait a minute.
All the way around. And it seems like the Pillars of Pain just can't even get out of the gates. And just like that, very, very smart from Valentino. It seemed like Dixon was going to drive Mason Mosley off of the ropes, but he held on to his tag team partner, and that's the very first time momentum has shifted in the champion's direction.
Yeah, I mean, they plan for every contingency, and look at this. One fluid motion, that attack in the corner, followed up by a tag, and now a boot. Leo hooks the leg. So smart are the Pillars of Pain.
Well, and Landon, if you are our champions, this is the opponent that you want in the ring. This is the one you want to try to wear down in Zamir Dixon. You don't want anything to do with Collins standing on the apron right now. You want to really do your damage on Zamir Dixon.
Yeah, and he's trying to take him out at the knees. Look at that.
And speaking of knees, right to the face there. Cover on one half of the challengers, but a kick out at 2.
We know Zamir Dixon has all of that fight. But if he can't stand up on that leg, he can't win the tag team championships. Can Zamir Dixon find his way to the corner? Look at this. Leo Valentino just dragging Zamir Dixon.
Well, Landon, how impressive is it by the Pillars of Pain to sort of weather the early storm? We want to let you know as well, if you've been keeping up with Synergy tonight, Uncle Earl went down with what seemed to be an ankle injury. We've just been told that he has been transported to a local medical facility. Obviously, I think Big Noah is going to make sure that he's okay. Cover there. Kick out at 2, but we will have any further updates that we can on Uncle Earl as he's going to receive treatment now. Mason Mosley turning his attention now into the corner on Zamir Dixon, who desperately needs to make it to his new tag team partner. Gets an elbow up. Dixon might be fighting his way out of the corner here, and a kick takes down Mosley.
Trying to get feeling back into that leg.
Dixon climbed into the middle rope, but took too much time. Oh, no. Dixon trapped and eats a boot from Mason Mosley. And he could have just knocked the lights out of Dixon. Cover and a kick out.
Where in the world did Dixon get that out? I mean, he's just on absolute instinct at this point. And look at this, Pillars of Pain cutting the ring in half once more.
And it's smart. They're showing the experience that they've gained over the years. Kicks to both sides of the head of Dixon and a kick out at 2 there. But that's the thing about the Pillars of Pain. You may not like the way they do it, but they have proven time and time again how successful they are as a team.
They're very impressive. And look at this, Dixon once again.
Whoa!
Look at this flexibility.
I can't believe what I just saw. And Dixon now
gets that running bulldog. But can he make it over to Thaddeus? Collins is fired up in the corner.
And the DCW fans here in the Bullet can feel it. They know this is Dixon's moment to make it over to Collins.
Could this be the turning point?
Mosley in, and so is Collins. Big left hands from Thaddeus. It's exactly where the Pillars of Pain do not want to be.
Looking to take over.
The meeting of the minds. And Thaddeus has Mosley up. Tag into Dixon. Down goes Mosley. Cover for the tag team championships. And Valentino makes the save. And Thaddeus take over Collins. A nasty spill on the outside there. And that, I think, that leaving Dixon by himself with the Pillars of Pain. High angle landing there on his neck. senton from Valentino. Mosley's the legal man, I believe, off the top rope. And Collins can't help him, hurt on the outside, and the Pillars of Pain retain.
Here are your winners. And still DCW Tag Team Champions, the Pillars of Pain.
Zamir Dixon and Thaddeus Takeover Collins were just about to put the entire tag team division on notice. But Collins, slipping to the outside, was unable to protect his new tag team partner, and the Pillars of Pain reign supreme in the DCW tag team division.
Preparation, perseverance, and still the tag team champions in the Pillars of Pain.
T-Mobile introduces nothing. Pay nothing today and walk out with a new phone.
Well, isn't that something?
No, it's nothing.
Exactly.
What do we know about nothing?
I got nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
You gotta give me something.
We are. It's nothing.
What's going on here?
Nothing.
They get it. It's nothing.
Okay, what stood out to you most about this ad?
Nothing.
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 Get a new phone. No taxes, no fees, no money down. Nothing. There are 250 reasons to choose T-Mobile. Find yours.
Are you searching for something fun? Look into the Subaru Crosstrek. Consumer Reports named the Crosstrek the 2026 top subcompact SUV. And Subaru is Consumer Reports' best overall automotive brand for the second year in a row. This is the one. Consumer Reports' top subcompact SUV, the Subaru Crosstrek and Crosstrek Hybrid.
It is main event time here on Synergy, and it doesn't get much bigger than this. Crusher Cottrell, Andy V10 Hansen for the Alabama Heavyweight Championship.
Spencer, every generation has a disruptor, a young athlete willing to challenge everything this business has been built upon. They don't just want championships, they want to change the definition of a champion. That is the mission of Crusher Cottrell. He's talented enough to back up every ounce of confidence. But that is exactly what makes Crusher Cottrell so dangerous.
It was just a week ago on Synergy, Crusher Cottrell came out and called Andy V10 Hansen jealous of Crusher Cottrell. But if you look at it from our perspective, Andy V10 Hansen has 2 championships. Crusher Cottrell came to the ring empty-handed. Is it possible that Crusher is the jealous one of the 2?
I hope you didn't say that too loud, Spencer.
I am trying to keep as far away from Crusher Cottrell as I possibly can.
Yeah, I'd recommend it. Are you fired up, Spencer?
Andy Two Belts making his way to our main event. The DCW Heavyweight Champion. And after winning a 20-man battle royal in our grand opening of the Bullet on the Bayou, he is the inaugural Alabama Heavyweight Champion. And we were able to sit with him a week ago on commentary. And not only does Andy V10 Hansen want to be Alabama champion, but he hates Crusher Cottrell.
Yeah, I mean, we heard those comments that he had last week, and it just felt like the frustration was building and growing inside of Andy V10 Hansen. He's looking forward to taking all of that frustration out. All after everything he's been through, all the disrespect from Crusher Cottrell, the attack on Jack Passion.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is our main event and is for the DCW Alabama Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, the challenger. From Navarre, Florida, he is the Anomaly, Crusher Cottrell.
You talk about someone with frustrations after losing to Bobby Ford last week. Cottrell's looking to take him out on Andy Hansen tonight.
And his opponent, from Talladega, Alabama, he is the reigning DCW Heavyweight Champion and your Alabama Champion, Andy V10 Hansen.
That is a proud champion. Not just a man that's proud to represent DCW, but also his home state of Alabama. It means more to Andy V10 Hansen to represent as the Alabama Heavyweight Champion. Crusher Cottrell just wants to take it from Andy V10 Hansen. And at the end of the day, yes, the Alabama Heavyweight Championship is on the line, but these two men just hate each other and are going to fight it out tonight in our main event.
We have been waiting for this moment. These two jockeying for position here in the early stages.
That's right, Andy V10 Hansen, Crusher Cottrell, probably as evenly matched as we can see here in Diamond Championship Wrestling. Both powerful, both strong, both athletic. So how do you gain an advantage against an opponent like that, Landon?
Well, I mean, you got to think about both of these men are coming into this contest highly, highly emotional, right? They're both frustrated in their position and the things that have been going on. So you've got to keep a level head. This one is going to break down at some point, no doubt. It might come down to who is going to maintain their composure.
Yeah, we saw it a week ago on Synergy. Andy V10 Hansen lost his cool, and ultimately it worked out in his favor. Bobby Ford, Livewire, took advantage and was able to surprise Crusher Cottrell and pin him in our main event a week ago. But Crusher Cottrell also, because of that, is emotional coming into this main event as well. I don't know that it's possible that these two can keep their cool.
Listen, they call him V10 for a reason. While everyone else is searching for another gear, Andy Hansen seems to find one. Every championship defense, every main event, every impossible situation, Andy Hansen somehow finds a way to throttle through, push a little bit further. And look at this. He's got Crusher down. Side headlock locked in tight.
Yeah, evenly matched up like we said, Landon. These guys are going back and forth. Crusher Cottrell pulling the hair of Hansen there, trying to get out of this side headlock, but able to wrench it back in is Hansen. How impressed are you with Andy Hansen? Alabama Heavyweight Champion, DCW Heavyweight Champion. After that Battle Royal winning the Alabama Heavyweight Championship, I mean, it has been an incredible, incredible time to watch Andy Hansen rise in DCW.
Yeah, I mean, he is the guy that has every gift you can possibly have. And he comes here. And, I mean, just talk about the thing that impresses me maybe the most about Andy Hansen is the respect from the locker room. Everybody back there looks up to Andy Hansen. He is their champion.
Well, and we've talked about it, right? These are two guys that are extremely gifted, but use their gifts in such different ways. Andy Hansen wants to be a good representative of DCW, wants to be a good representative of Alabama, whereas Crusher Cottrell could not care less. He wants to represent himself and himself alone.
And that's just so disappointing, you know, when you talk about a guy as gifted as Crusher Cottrell. I mean, Diamond Championship Wrestling is born and bred right here in Alabama. It means everything for us to have that Alabama Heavyweight Championship here, and that means the world for Andy Hansen from right here in this state as well to be competing and defending that championship here tonight, and Crusher Cottrell couldn't care less.
Andy Hansen, really smart work there. As Crusher Cottrell was trying to get control of the waist, he was able to spin things around and get Crusher Cottrell back on the mat. Not for very long now as Cottrell's made it back to a vertical base, but again pulling at the hair of Hansen. We said it with Andy Hansen sitting here a week ago that there is no rule that Cottrell will not break, but Andy Hansen is ready for it.
Yeah, turn that thing all the way around. Very impressive from Andy V10 Hansen. And these guys do know each other so well. This is not the first time these two have stood across the ring from each other. And so at this point, somebody's going to have to go to a dark place. They're going to have to show something that maybe the other person has not seen.
I think that's a great point. As the anger, This is it. This is what we were worried about. Crusher Cottrell, one shove to Andy V10 Hansen and immediately takes him down. And an elbow from Hansen.
Andy Hansen will hit you harder than a 10 on a blackjack table. Tosses him across.
Wait, what are the Pillars of Pain doing out here?
We know the Crusher Cottrell has a long history with the Pillars of Pain.
Well, and Andy Hansen in a lot of ways feels like Crusher Cottrell is who turned the Pillars of Pain, specifically Mason Mosley, against him. And our official doing the right thing, throwing the Pillars of Pain out of the bullet here and out of the ringside area, but the damage may have already been done.
Yeah, the distraction causing Crusher Cottrell to, I mean, this is now the second time Andy Hansen's shoulder being absolutely ripped apart on that ring post.
Our official up to a count of 7 now. Crusher Cottrell throws Andy Hansen back into the ring, and the whole complexion of this match has changed.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it earlier. Andy Hansen relies on that spear. And so damaging that shoulder, absolutely a tactical move on the part of Crusher Cottrell, and hey, give the assist to the Pillars of Pain.
I mean, just absolutely tearing away at that left arm, that left shoulder of the Alabama heavyweight champion. And Crusher Cottrell, I mean, basically licking his lips, right? Like in firm control now.
Well, listen, Crusher Cottrell, at only 20 years old, he knows how to compete at an elite level. The former DCW heavyweight champion is Cottrell. He is not entering uncharted territory. He's looking to reclaim what Andy V10 Hansen has.
Credit to Hansen there after the senton, a kick out at 1. But things are starting to look dire. You're absolutely right, Landon, about Crusher Cottrell. He always operates at a high level. And he came tonight with a plan in the Pillars of Pain.
Executing to perfection so far.
Landon, I think Andy V10 Hansen is going to have to find another way to win, right? With this shoulder being potentially out of commission, he's going to have to change things up and try to catch Crusher Cottrell by surprise. Up and over, Cottrell lands on the apron, blocks the hand there from Hansen. Here he comes, off the ropes. Oh, but runs into a knee from Cottrell, and down to the outside they go.
And this is dangerous, dangerous territory. You can't win the Alabama Heavyweight Championship on the outside.
But you know what you can do? You can deal extra damage to the champion. But it backfires, and Cottrell goes face first off the barricade.
Yeah, don't give Andy Hansen any ideas. Now V10 tosses Crusher back into the ring. And look at this, back elbow.
And you can tell Hansen trying to get some life back into that left side, but using his right side to deal some offense. Full Nelson slam. Able to power up and muscle up Crusher Cottrell as he fires up here. Hansen going for the spear and nails it. Cover on Crusher Cottrell to retain. I want to kick out at 2.
I mean, at the last possible second, Crusher Cottrell finds a way, digs deep, leans on that championship experience.
But Hansen doing his own damage to that left shoulder, hitting that spear.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell that arm is just laying a little bit closer to his side. He's feeling that signs of war. Look at this, going for the demolition slam.
Not there. NFG! Crusher Cottrell laying out Hansen, and a kick out from Hansen at 2.
Unbelievable effort from Andy V10 Hansen, finding the escape.
I can't think of the last time I've seen someone kick out after being on the receiving end of that clothesline from the Anomaly.
Nobody does it better in Diamond Championship Wrestling. That NFG lariat.
But that's how bad Andy Hansen wants to be Alabama heavyweight champion, to withstand the punishment of Crusher Cottrell.
Look at this. Andy Hansen fighting Crusher here on the top. Careful now.
Bad situation for both of these men to be in. And a headbutt there from Cottrell takes Hansen down.
Yeah, he hit the mat hard.
What's Cottrell thinking? Doesn't matter. Hansen gets out of the way. And another spear.
He could have him right here.
Another spear on Cottrell. And he's going for the demolition slam. And he plants him. Hansen gonna win. Wait, no, Crusher Cottrell rolls out of the ring.
Just genius from Crusher Cottrell. Realized he was only a couple of feet away from that bottom rope and slides right out. Surely Andy Hansen would have retained the Alabama Heavyweight Championship in that moment.
Wise beyond his years, whether it was intentional or and just by instinct alone, Cottrell surviving here. And the Pillars of Pain are back. What the hell are they doing here? They got thrown out earlier by our official. A roll-up from Cottrell, cover, and Cottrell just won the championship. Come on.
Here is your winner and new Alabama Heavyweight Champion, Crusher Cottrell.
What else was Andy Hansen supposed to do? He had Crusher Cottrell beat. The Pillars of Pain were tossed from ringside. How in the world were they allowed to come back out here? And Crusher Cottrell just stole it. Andy Hansen has a score still to settle with Crusher Cottrell, who's now the Alabama Heavyweight Champion. We'll see you next time on Synergy.